and welcome to Long Weekend Adventures. He's Chris.
Hi.
I'm Don, and today we're at my home away from home.
Highland Hills Golf Course.
Highland Hills Golf Course in Greeley, Colorado. It was built, back in 1961, right?
Yep, opened in 1961. The back nine actually was the front nine then, and then they added the front nine, and now we've got 18 holes, a beautiful golf course.
Awesome. I love this golf course. It's a city style, is that what you would say?
Yep, parkland style layout, lots of trees, over 1,400 trees, or excuse me, 1,400 trees.
Wow.
And we take a few out every year, but we always plant some new ones to replace them. So.
And they always plant them in the worst spot possible. If you're not in the fairway and you're off to the fairway, there's always a tree in there.
I was going to say, Don, there's no trees in the fairway. As long as you hit it in the fairway, you're golden.
I like to look at all the ground, so you take the scenic route.
Get your money's worth.
Yeah, for sure. I get all my shots in there. See,
That's
the guys
right.
that get 68 shots, well, why not get 100? You get to stay on the course longer. And
That's a good point, I guess.
So the reason, and this is, I don't think we introduced you, you're the head pro of Highland Hills Golf Course.
Yep.
And also Boomerang, correct?
Well, yep. Actually, Mark Silva's the head golf professional at Highland Hills. So,
okay.
But I actually operate both golf courses for the city. So take care of everything, but keeping the grass green.
For sure.
So.
And then Boomerang is a little bit north of here.
Yep.
And it's more of a link style course.
Yep, link style course, lots of native grass, not nearly as many trees. I don't know how many, but I know it's not 1,400. So, but yeah, a little more wide open. But it's great because it gives us a chance to have two really different style golf courses available to the public. So there's not a lot of communities around in northern Colorado, or Colorado for that matter, that that have that availability. So.
Oh, for sure. Very beautiful up here, and if you haven't been up north to come play some golf, you should definitely check out both these courses. They're awesome. The reason I wanted to talk to you today is last week I was at a company sanctioned golf event that another company invited my company to, and one of the my coworkers was just following us around in a golf cart, and so I was talking to him. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I don't play golf, and but I handle this vendor, so I had to be here." And I said, okay, well, why don't you play? And it was kind of the same things I've heard from my other friends. It costs too much money, takes too much time, and the big thing is the money.
Yep.
So I wanted to talk to you about it. Who's going to know better than someone such as yourself? What are some of the ways you can do? What about budget equipment and things like that?
And we get a lot of those questions a lot of the times. And there's, so starting out with equipment, you can spend a whole lot of money on equipment. You know that. Well, you're an equipment junkie like me.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how we met. But you can get into a set of golf clubs for less than $500. And you think about the amount of time that you can spend using those, and a good set, that's a good starter set, and that'll last you 4, 5, 6 years. I mean, your ability will outgrow the set long before the set wears out.
For sure.
So and then you can spend 10 times that money if you want to. But like I said, you can get into a set of golf clubs brand new, for around $500. What we call box sets, where the bag, all the metals, driver, 3-woods, hybrids, irons, and even a putter.
Right, buying the complete set.
Yep, the complete set.
And where do you recommend? Back in the day when my first set came from Kmart.
Yep, we do sell box sets here. We don't stock a lot of them this time of year, especially. We don't stock a lot of them, but we can do special order. And box sets, when I get a guy that comes in and he wants something, if he's getting in the game, we typically, we sell the box sets at cost plus 10%, just enough to pay the freight to get them here. For sure. If I can get somebody interested in golf, I'm going to recoup the rewards of that relationship for a long time to come. So, we're not worried about making a lot of money on the beginner. We want he or she to enjoy it, and if they can get into it, we're going to build a customer for life.
Definitely.
eBay, that's another great place. There's a lot, when you got started in the game, you'd walk into a pro shop and there'd always be a lot of used clubs sitting around, or last year's model. Yep. That's kind of gone away, because now eBay is really the one where if you're going to sell something, that's the place to do it. Guys will sell their old last year's stuff on eBay so they can make the money to buy
the new stuff.
this year's latest and greatest.
For sure.
So
for sure. And what if you're not local to Highland Hills? Is there a way they can call you and order gear and you can ship it to them? Or you guys set up to do that?
Yep. So our phone number here is 970-330-7327. Or easiest way to get a hold of me is via email, which is highlandproshop@outlook.com.
Awesome. That's super cool. And for the beginner golfer, what are some drills and stuff that you can do? Because I know lessons are the best thing.
Yep. For a beginner, wiffle balls, plastic wiffle balls in the backyard, just making a golf swing. Getting the feel for that. Understand. You sort of get your own understanding of what it takes to make a golf swing. But I always, I think a golf lesson is money well spent. And a lot of people are afraid to take a lesson because they're afraid we're just going to completely destroy their golf swing and start over, and and that's really not the way we teach here. When we teach lessons here at Highland, it's more about how we're going to modify, small changes in your swing to make it where you can hit the ball better. And when you think about it, a golf lesson is not expensive. You can take a single lesson for $40, 3 lessons is $100, or you can do a series of 5 for $150. And I like the series of 5 for beginners because it covers everything. We cover 1 complete lesson on putting. We'll cover a lesson on short game. We'll spend 2 lessons on the driving range with full swing, but then that last lesson we actually go out on the golf course and we take what we've learned in the lessons and then apply that to the golf course. And that's one of the things I see with the beginning golfers, like your coworker. They don't know, there's a lot of unspoken things that go on a golf course that people that don't play golf don't understand.
Right.
When if you and I are playing golf, well, we know that we need to keep the cart a certain distance from the green,
right.
and on the cart paths, or not repairing ball marks and things like that.
For sure.
And beginning golfers, there's not really a manual. There's not a here. How they're
golf for dummies.
I think
It's
those
like
books
baseball.
are probably,
There's a lot of unwritten rules.
right. Exactly.
It's funny because it's funny that you mentioned that, because I did tell my coworker, I was like, we're on a par 3. I said, get off the grass. We're on a par 3. You don't drive on a par 3.
Yeah, exactly. And the big thing is so we can help educate them. And then if and a little bit of education, and then they can go out and have a really good time. And company tournaments, we host 30 to 40 of those a year between the 2 golf courses, and we see a lot of that. We see a lot of guys that are playing golf for the first time. And we'll rent them golf clubs when they play for the event. And then I've sold hundreds of sets of golf clubs to guys because they got their buddies play it, and so they got hooked on it and want to do it. So
For sure. That's awesome. And what does it cost to play around here?
So right now we are in regular season rates. So 9 holes is $21 to walk. If you want to take a golf cart, it's $30.50. If you're going to play 18 holes, it's $38, or it's $53.50 to play 18. Now that's kind of expensive. If you're going to play golf 5-6 times a week, then maybe punch cards, memberships, things like that. But we do have some really great offers going on right now. Right now through the end of August, and I'm going to try to talk the boys above me to convince to go into the season, or later into the season with it. We have our 9 at noon special. So 9 holes with a golf cart for $25.
Oh, wow.
From 12 to 3 Monday through Friday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Yeah, and it's and especially we get a lot of people that come out and play that time of day. The other nice part about it is if you're a businessman or a businesswoman, you can slip out after lunch, play 9 holes, get home, your spouse doesn't even know you're on the golf course. So,
Sure.
that's the one you need to know about.
Definitely.
We also have another program. We are really big on juniors. Junior golf. Junior golf is very important. Obviously juniors are they're the gateway to the future for golf. Tiger Woods, a lot of our young people are Tiger Woods fans. Tiger being, Tiger made the turn last weekend at the Open and had tied for the lead. TV rating spike. People watch golf when Tiger plays.
For sure.
People come out and play more golf when Tiger's relevant. So we've already seen a little bit of a bump this year because Tiger is back in the news. But like I said, our juniors are very important to us. So we have a program here on Sunday afternoons that nobody else in Colorado does that I'm aware of, and perhaps nationwide. But we have after 1 o'clock on Sundays at both golf courses, year round, as long as the golf course is open. We have a promotion where it's the juniors play free, and it's $10 for the adult to play with them. You have to walk because that it's a walking only rate. If you choose to ride, it's full rate. But if you walk, $10 for 9. If you want to play 18, it's $20, and the juniors get to play for free.
Can't beat that.
And so it's a great way to get out, spend some time with your family on a Sunday afternoon. I know we have Bronco season coming up. The nice thing about everybody likes to watch the Broncos, but most everybody's got a DVR now too.
Right.
Sunday afternoons in the fall around here, it's a ghost town. You can come out and play 9 holes of golf in an hour and a half walking if you want to.
Wow.
If you can,
Yeah.
And so bring the kids out and have a good time. But like I said, best deal around. Nobody even can come close.
Yeah, you can't
And
at all.
Yep,
At all.
promoting getting out there with your children, and promoting the wellness aspect of it with the walking. But it's
sure.
but that program has really taken off. We've been doing that for 2 years now, and it's really taken off.
That's awesome. I wasn't aware of that, so that's really cool to hear. And this course is a great course to walk. There's a lot of courses that aren't friendly for walkers. You have a lot of elevation changes and stuff like that. You have rolling hills here, so you're not really walking up any huge hills or anything, and a lot of times when I play, I usually walk it.
Yeah,
and,
it's not hard to walk at all. And Boomerang the same way. Boomerang is even flatter than we are. I mean, Boomerang's fairly flat, so it's an easy walk. But yeah, Highland Hills, we've got a couple of hills on the front nine that hill up, that push up 8 sometimes gets to me. But
sure.
but yeah, otherwise it's an easy walk. And that's, you're out enjoying nature, and I play better golf when I walk because I enjoy the social aspect of the round, but I'm not chattering with the guy sitting next to me in the cart the whole time. I'm actually thinking about my shot.
Yeah, you have more time to plan your next shot.
Yep. I'm usually 4 or 5 strokes better around if I'm walking.
I play better too when I walk, and I like walking too because you get to just focus and you get to escape more.
Yep.
And unfortunately, a lot of the people I play with like riding in carts, so I end up riding in carts more than I want to.
Well, and they're thinking about cycling back to your coworkers, playing in a company outing. Those are almost always a riding event.
Right.
And so they're again the new beginning golfer. A lot of golfers don't realize they can walk. They think, and that's it is. So because the 18-hole green fee is only $38, which actually isn't too. That's pretty reasonable.
Not bad at all.
And we're actually, I think we are the lowest. I think maybe Fort Collins is we're equal, but I mean we are the lowest priced 18-hole green fee in northern Colorado as far as the big courses go.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, $38 to walk. It's not bad at all.
In the world of golf, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, and the carts are optional. So.
And you said 9 was 21.
Yep, 9 is 21.
Walk. And you really can't beat that. And the USGA's been cool too. You can now combine. If you're trying to get a handicap and you're tracking your handicap through the USGA, you can combine 2 9-hole rounds.
Yes,
right?
you post 9-hole rounds at a 10. And then
now does one round have to be on the front and then one on the back?
No, you can post. What you do is when you post it, you just post a 9-hole round. It doesn't matter where you play. You just go in and post it, and then it will hold that round in the system, kind of in the queue. And then when you post another 9-hole round, regardless of where it is, it will combine those two to create an 18-hole round.
Oh wow! So you could play on the back here one day for 9 holes, and then go to Boomerang and play on the back there for 9 holes, and it would count.
Exactly.
So that helps too if you don't have the time to play around. And I would say the average round for 18 holes about 4 hours.
Yeah, our expected pace of play here at Highland is 4.5 hours. So it's about 2 hours and 15 on the front, and then about 2:10 on the back, and of course we give you 5 minutes to stop at the clubhouse and use the bathroom and get a cold beverage.
For sure. So if you don't have time to do that, you can cut that time in half by playing 9 holes.
Yep.
And then if you want to, is it still $50 a year for the USGA handicap?
Handicap's $50 a year.
So if you want to pay $50 for the handicap tracking, but then you don't have time to play full 18-hole rounds, you can still generate your own handicap playing 9-hole rounds.
Yep.
Which is great too. And then what would you say the average pace of play per hole? Some courses like to do that, and I think it's about 14 minutes is what they give you, right?
And actually it's interesting, as I said, 4.5 hours is what, and that our official USGA pace of play is 4 hours and 27 minutes. Oh. So I'm giving the golfers an extra 3 minutes. We're rounding up a little bit. But so that really works out to be 10 minutes on a par 3 for an average, 15 minutes for an average on a par 4, and 20 minutes for average on a par 5. And so that you kind of have that gauge, and that's a good thing too, because there again, as beginners don't really have, when they don't have the education part, when they've not been on the golf course, pace of play isn't something they're familiar with. They don't realize that they should, it should take them 15 minutes to play a par 4. Right. And so and there again, sometimes beginning golfers don't play as fast, and takes them a little longer. Which is fine, and there again, that's where I like the lessons, because we give you that help to sort of get yourself out there on the golf course where you want to be, and so you can complete a round of golf in the amount of time. We are actually in the process of installing some family tees. So we have a program now that is actually sponsored by the PGA and U.S. Kids Golf of America. And I am a certified U.S. Kids Golf instructor. I went to a class in February and I learned about the family tees. Oh. So they've actually been ordered. We just held a tournament at Boomerang that actually benefited our Junior Golf Association. So Junior Golf helped pay for them, but we'll have 3 more sets of tees in the fairways. There won't be tee markers, but it'll be a round disc. And so they're called family. Yeah, they're family tees, and then so there'll be 3 sets of those. And so the goal is you want to play, because everybody likes to make par, or par or bogey. Nobody likes making a 10 on a hole.
Right. Not at all.
I've never made a 10 as far as officially, but you know, so if you put yourself on the correct set of tees so that you're up around that green on, you know, on a par 4, if you're up around the green in 2 strokes, you know, then you got a chance to make a par, or, you know, maybe make a bogey. And so, and that sort of got started with juniors, but it really does. It equates to people of all ages. You know, we have seniors. We have some of our seniors that play in some of our senior associations here. They're over 80 years old, you know, and so they will be able to benefit from those forward tees as well. The other nice thing about it is, like we talked about posting a score, those tees will all have a rating from the USGA, so you can play those tees and post a score from those tees just like you would our blue, black, white, or red tees.
Wow, that's awesome. So, that's really cool.
Yeah, we're all about growing the game. That's, you know, that's the big thing. Grow the game, get more people excited about it, and, you know, pack the house.
When do you expect those tees to be installed?
We've actually ordered them, so we just raised all the money for it. So we've actually ordered the tees. We probably will. We're hoping we'll have those in by September 1st. You know, so they'll be in, and I was playing at Buffalo Run down in Denver this winter, and I'd never seen them before, and I was walking that day, and I walked across this marker, and I thought, what in the world is this? And so I took a picture of it and got online and did some research, and that's what it is. So yeah, so I've seen more and more courses that are doing that. So
that's really cool.
Yep.
And you guys are open year round here.
Yep, year round.
What denotes in the wintertime? As long as there's no snow on the ground.
As long as there's no snow on the ground, we're open. You know, and it typically, you know, if it's above 32 degrees, we're open, because, you know, we've got to let the ground has to thaw out a little bit, so that we do still get frost in the wintertime.
Yeah.
If there's frost, it'll damage the grass, but even though it's dormant. But yeah, year round, we typically, I think last year we had 305 or 306 playable days of golf last year. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, not bad. You know, we're here in the Banana Belt. You know, I've lived a lot of places and spent some time a lot of places, and it's pretty hard to beat this climate year round.
People don't realize the weather in Colorado is amazing. We get typically 300 days of sun a year. And it does get super hot sometimes, but anywhere it gets hot.
Yeah, and it gets super cold in the
sometimes,
wintertime. You know.
But the average winter is pretty mild. It's not super cold. You don't have the humidity, so you don't have, like, I lived on the East Coast for a couple of years, and that was miserable. You hit the humidity with the cold.
Oh,
at least we don't have the humidity here.
Yep.
You know, I've been all over the United States, and I love Colorado's weather way far better.
No, I'm a Nebraska native originally, you know, and I love it back there, but it's hot in the summer and cold in the winter, and it's always humid. Yeah. We actually played golf here 2 days before Christmas last year, and I played in just like this, short sleeve shirt and a pair of golf pants. For sure. And we, you know, it was 60 degrees. Yep. You know, so
I've mowed my lawn and I've shoveled my driveway in the same day before. Now I had to mow the lawn at 6 o'clock at night with some lights on to say I did it, but I was able to do it.
I have never done that. I guess I'll put that on my list.
You got to put that on the bucket list.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate your time, Chris. Thank you very much for doing this.
Absolutely.
And you've supported us from the beginning. I don't know if I've ever said that, but all these hats come from Chris.
Yep. Downey supports the home team, and we appreciate that. So we like to see his stuff out there on the web. For sure. So I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out today.
Definitely, thanks for having me. And as far as next week goes, we've had crazy weather here. It's been raining like crazy. So I don't know what we're going to be able to do. I'm just glad we got enough weather to be able to shoot this video. It's supposed to rain here in the next couple hours. So. Yeah, we got a lot of rain last night, so we got us a little bit of a window. So. Yeah, we could use it though. We always love the rain here in Colorado. But like always, please comment, hit that like button, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. See ya. Thanks.